Match reaction, Manchester United 3, Newcastle 2. Your reaction to that game?
I thought it was an excellent night for Manchester United, not just the team, but for the football club. I thought you've seen out there tonight, people wanting to play. You can see the future there in some of the young players. That was a very tough Newcastle side there. And to be honest, I think a lot of people would turn around and say Newcastle deserved the point. And they might be right, but at the end of the day, 3-2, for me, excellent result. Everything about the play, the style, you've seen what went on there. Bruno Fernandes played in the false nine and played it a blinder. Throughout the game, he was everywhere, but so was a lot of players.
Talk about the young players tonight. Mainu, Ahmad, Højlund all got on the score sheet.
Yeah, Højlund got on the score sheet when he come on a sub straight away. That was great to see. Didn't affect him being made sub. I thought it was the right choice. You look at Ahmad everywhere tonight, and what a blinding goal he scored there. I was overjoyed for the kid. And Mainu, improved performance there. I thought he looked as though the system, the way United played, suited him more. Absolutely. Going forward, touching the ball, looking for other players. Wasn't 100% perfect, but he was everywhere, and it was an improved performance. So tonight, the young players all excelled as far as I was concerned.
You're talking about Mainu and the position he played tonight and the performance he put in. Is some credit then got to be given to Amrabat, who's then behind him, sweeping up, doing that defensive midfield job?
Well, I looked at Amrabat there right throughout the game, and he was, to me, he was the enforcer. He was everywhere, getting the tackles in. I've seen some tackles by Amrabat today, running out to the wing, okay, getting stuck in, but solid, right, going right through the player with the ball, fair tackles, but tough. He did not shirk that tonight, and he was on both sides. He was patrolling, he was helping out at the back. I thought we've missed that for a long time, and he put in a performance there, and I think to myself, where's that been? Why hasn't it been seen before? Why hasn't that play, the system, been used before? Because that was perfect for Amrabat at Old Trafford tonight. I thought it was excellent tonight. I thought, really, I looked at him and I thought, he's man of the match for the way he's getting himself around. We've missed that play, but I can't give him man of the match because Bruno came back in tonight and he was everywhere. He wasn't long out of the game. He was always getting into the game, Bruno. Excellent. All-round performance by him was brilliant, but Amrabat was really close on my man of the match for Man United.
Yeah, I think in the second half it was Wan-Bissaka had overrun the ball and Newcastle broke. It was a really quick counter-attack and Amrabat was up against 2 or 3 players at one point, made the right decision, went with Isak and he made the tackle.
Yeah, he made the right decision there. Aaron Wan-Bissaka just made a right mess of it, and it was 3 against 1. And you just thought, here we go. He just needs a simple ball. The player's through, and it's a goal because it just looks a foregone conclusion. But Amrabat, and like I said, he was everywhere. He was a warrior, and he got there, and he put every effort and every breath. The man was shattered, and he stopped that goal. I thought if they'd have got that goal there, I thought they would have overtook us because Newcastle tonight were everywhere. That was one of the strongest Newcastle sides I've seen. I don't think they've had that many fit players for a long, long time. And when you go back to the performance of Newcastle here last time in the Carabao Cup, 3-0 with a reserve side, and that performance by both teams, let's get it right, because it was an open game. It was tough. Everyone got stuck in. And the way United really held on at the end there, I thought it was excellent. They could have gone and got a 4th. But at the end of the day, I look at it and both sides played football. I didn't expect that type of game. And that's why I'm saying everything's looking good going forward. There's people there where you know if you get the right system, get the right players on the pitch and the right attitude, they can put it in. I'm not saying it's all right. You know, oh, the world's great again at Old Trafford, because it's certainly not. But what you've seen there was something, and I didn't expect the effort and the cohesion with the players. They all wanted to play football tonight. And I've got a bit of sympathy, to be honest with you, with Newcastle, because when the game started, it was like 5-10 minutes Newcastle started the game off. Then it was Man United, 5-10 minutes. and then it was Newcastle. And then what happened was we got the goal in the first half. And then next thing you know, it was like they were at it. And United sort of hung in there until half time. But I enjoyed that first half. It was excellent. And the second half was more open, which you expected it, because Newcastle wanted to win. They got their equaliser, and then United, through that Mainu, the Ahmad second goal was just brilliant. But it was back and forth. But that was a tough Newcastle side. But United, clearly, in my eyes, I looked at it and they improved. They all battled. The strength of United there in tackles and the willingness to get back and get forward and the passing. You know, it wasn't perfect. Let's not go too overboard, right? But it was good enough to be a very, very good, strong Newcastle side, which I believe they were a little bit unlucky. But hey, I'm a United fan, so tough.
Yeah, I think the Newcastle players, the fans, will be ruining the chances, though. I mean, especially in that second half as well. They had some clearer-cut opportunities compared to Manchester United to get on the score sheet tonight.
Well, they did have their opportunities, but you have to look there. There was some solid, good saves by Onana, and I failed to mention him against Arsenal, and he put in a good performance against Arsenal, which I thought went on a little bit unsung. And tonight there was some good saves from him. So that's good going forward. And they were unlucky, but at the end of the day, if you don't put the ball in the net, that's it. The question about tonight, I mean, there'll be a big scream from Newcastle fans, okay? And it should have been a penalty, what they got. That was a penalty. But at the end of the day, you know, it comes, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. If you look at United, how many times, right, have things gone against us from the referee, from VAR? It's been a bad time for United. And Newcastle, they can count themselves unlucky that they weren't given that penalty. I would have given the penalty without even going to VAR, because it just looked stonewall that he'd been clipped. And then obviously the replays show that he's been touched, but not deemed necessarily a foul.
We talked about Bruno Fernandes in our video on Tuesday about how important we thought he is, or think he is, to Manchester United going forward. But I was surprised at some of the comments suggesting that they wouldn't be too mired if Bruno Fernandes left in this summer. But looking at a game like that tonight, surely that shows everyone how important he is to this team.
No, I thought if Bruno was going to go, then he'd make the choice to go. United don't want to sell him. I made that quite clear, and I made it clear that I don't want him to go. I think he's an integral part of that team. Whether he's a leader as a captain, I don't think so. That's my opinion. We've all got our opinions. But he's vital to Man United. And you seen from that tonight how enthusiastic he was, right? But I think that game, when you look at it and Bruno's performance, you look at it and I've seen a bit of respect from all the players to Bruno. And I've not seen that. They all sort of like stood up to Bruno and they were looking for Bruno for more. And Bruno was giving them more. And it looked to me like something's gone on here. Something clearly has gone on inside Manchester United, right? That they are now all together, because they looked all together. But Bruno looked the captain tonight. He looked the leader. Something has drastically changed. Obviously, we don't know at the moment. It might come out. But he looked as though he wanted to play and lead this team. And the difference was this team followed him. And we've not seen that. And that was the good thing. Many good things about tonight, not just the scoreline, things what are going on. And if you look, you can pick out what's going on. The determination, the fight, the running, all working together. And there's your captain on the pitch, Bruno, who's come back and he led and they followed. And that is something we've not seen for a long time. So when you do look at Bruno Fernandes, you say, he's got it. Something's going on here. There might be big changes coming here. That's one game, though. One game doesn't make it all right. Do you know what I mean? But the signs were there tonight. They're all fighting for each other.
If Ahmad starts against Brighton, puts in another good performance, you mentioned against Arsenal, even though we got beat, you still thought he was the bright spark on the score sheet tonight. It's going to be really difficult to try and leave him out of an FA Cup final if he puts another performance in against Brighton, surely.
It's as simple as this. Ahmad is in front of Anthony. Ahmad is in front of Rashford because Garnacho's got to play on the left. It's as simple as that. The game is different. The game is opened up. The game is football, passing, moving, running for each other, fighting for each other. That's the difference you're seeing, okay, with Ahmad on there and Garnacho. Now, Garnacho, let's get something straight, okay? He's running, his effort's there and everything, but his passing, his crossing isn't what it should be. But he will improve, just like Ahmad will improve. But what it is, it's the style and what's going on. They're all working for each other, and you're seeing that clearly tonight. And I keep repeating it, okay, because I want to be fair on what I've seen tonight. That was a tough, good Newcastle side. It wasn't someone who's rubbish at the bottom of the league or anything like that. This is Manchester United tonight, showing a different side, a different character and a willingness. And them young players should be given the credit and they should not lose their places. I'll be very disappointed if the likes of Ahmad loses his place because he's well in front, because he creates. Do
you think he gives us something different? They've all got their own individual qualities, all the other left-sided and right-sided players. But to me, Ahmad gives you something different with that close control, the calmness on the ball, and always looking forward to try and create things for either the attacking midfielders or the forward.
He's always looking for something, okay? And he's tricky with his feet. And what he's doing, he's not having one man on him, he's having a few. But I have to take note on a couple of things what I noticed with tonight. Ahmad lost the ball as soon as the second half started and we was under pressure and 3 minutes. But that set the tone for the first 3 to 5 minutes of the second half by losing the ball in the midfield, running with it, okay, when really he should have stopped the ball and looked for a pass. So he has to learn, but he's a young kid. He's there. But when he's got the ball at his feet, they're worried.
Can happen.
Yeah, the opposition worry, and you've seen that in Ahmad's game. But he's still got a lot to learn. But for the energy and everything else in the team, people like Ahmad should be in because they're the future. And to be honest, it was a great 3-2 win tonight. But the good thing about tonight is we're 8th. No one can overtake us. How's that for you? Now, I never thought in my life I would ever say that. We're 8th and no one can overtake us. Hey, oh God, the sun's shining.
Oh, no way did I expect you to say that. Nope. That's a positive way of looking at about being in 8th place in the Premier League. But Højlund coming on as well. Speed, power, placement. He's been getting a lot of pelters recently as well. So I was made up for him tonight.
Yeah, well, he's getting pelters for no reason. Stupid pelters, okay? The stats tell you he's not being given the ball. The crosses in the box, nothing's coming to him. So when I opened up with, like, Bruno played in the false 9, it suited that team tonight. It was nice to see a change. They needed to play a bit more defensive. We've been saying that all season. So at the moment, that style, the system, what set up was great. And then when he came on, the game was wide open, which is what you want for Højlund. Do you know what I mean? So he got the goal, and he actually made the goal himself, right? And I've said it time and again. Give him the ball. He can make the goal, but he's got to be in the box on the edge or something like that. But he has not been given the ball. And everyone who's a stat man knows that, and everyone in the club knows that. But that will have to be looked at next year, and certainly for that cup final. So for now, I'm celebrating 8th. No one can overtake us. I'm also looking forward to the cup final, okay, because we can get the Europa League place through that. So whatever happens at Brighton, we'll be 8th. We'll be 8th.
Yeah. Man of the match tonight.
Oh, it has to be Bruno, but a close Amrabat. But Bruno tonight deserved that.
Yeah, great to see Martinez come on as well. Hopefully he can stay fit, get some minutes under his belt, looking at that FA Cup final as well. Just like to thank everyone for joining us. If you enjoyed the video, you want to help also support the channel, smash that like button, and we'll be back tomorrow with another Manchester United news roundup. So get that notification on, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Much love, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.